Hi, I'm JMO from Xcase in the UK at www.xcase.co.uk. Please take a look at the website. Today I'm going to look at a 2U chassis that we're now doing. It's an 8-bay Hotswap unit and we're calling it the Xcase RM208 Pro. Why the Pro, you may ask? Well, we already do a Xcase RM208, which is really a nice chassis, very popular. However, we know there's some of you out there who want something a little bit better, so here it is, the 208 Pro. So, unfortunately, it's more expensive, so I better go over the reasons why. Firstly, as in the standard 208, we've got these 8 Hotswap caddies. These have these springs on them, both on the front and on the side. This actually helps with vibration and keeps your drives running a wee bit longer, or a lot longer. There's space on the front in the centre for a slim CD-ROM. Two front USBs, power switch, reset, LAN, hard drive activity lights. So, compared with the standard 2U, there's not a great deal of difference here, other than that the caddies are better sprung. Internally, there's normally a cover that goes over this piece. The chassis comes with 2 brackets like these. Now these allow the fitting of 2.5 or 3.5 inch internal drives here and here. You'll notice the plate here is vented, whereas the standard 208 isn't, which helps with heat. Cabling on the 2U Pro is of a higher quality than the standard 208, as is the quality of the chassis itself. Very strong, very well put together, and we've got these EMI shielding pieces here, which isn't on the standard. It's all about detail, really. You've got these stickers for hard drive, it's marking them up, 1 to 8, and on the caddies themselves there's a little place there to stick the labels onto. So, now this is where it starts to get important and the difference become fairly obvious. The Hotswap fans, there's 4 of them included. There is an optional 5th one, but it's not really worth bothering with because that's generally just going to throw air against your PSU and cables. These are all marked, fan 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. They're fitted with rubber grommets, and these are super red fans, well known high quality 60mm fan. Now if you look at the width of the fan compared with the standard 208 standard 80mm fans, you'll notice the difference. The airflow from these is much greater. Now these fans, Hotswap, they have activity light on them. Basically this will turn red if one of them is failing, and the PCB board that they fit onto will know one's failed and start screaming at you with loud beeps. They just fit in really nicely. PCB board is powered by 1 Molex, and this is where it starts to get a bit clever. You'll notice this 4-pin wire on the end of the PCB. Now this connects direct to one of the 4-pin headers on your motherboard, which means all 4 fans are then controlled temperature wise by your motherboard. So if your system's starting to get hot, your motherboard's going to know about it, and these fans are going to speed up. If it's all nice and cool and they don't need to be whirring at full speed, then it will slow them down to wherever it feels comfortable, and it does actually become nice and quiet as well. That depends on the power supply. Some power supplies are very noisy on 2Us. There's a wire that leads from the PCB to the front of the chassis, and so you also see a warning light there if one of your fans has failed. So there's one very good reason for paying extra to the standard 208. The next very important reason is the backplane. It's a single piece backplane. We have 2 mini SAS connectors. Caddies themselves will take 3.5-inch SATA SAS, SATA 1, 2s and 3s, and 2.5 and 3.5-inch drives. Now this backplane is quite clever. As long as you use the correct RAID card that supports the features, it will show you where a hard drive is becoming a problem with a signal on the lights. It will show you if a drive's failed, and other features which the standard 208 doesn't have, which, you know, if you're looking to do a professional system and you want to know as much about it as possible, then it's a big feature. It comes with 7 low height expansion slots. Again, as in the standard 208, we do a rear adapter plate, so you can have 3 4 height slots. Needs to be a 2U power supply, 2U single, or a 2U redundant. The lid of this system is a easy release. You just press this and release it, and there's a nice pad here just to, you know, give you some grips to push it forward and back. Again, with the standard 208 you don't get this feature. The RAL kit that's included is a very high quality kit, very strong, very well made. Frankly better than the standard 208s, but of course it's all down to price. So I think there we have it, the X-Case RM208 Pro. It's more expensive, but it's a better chassis. However, I'm not knocking the standard 208 because for the price it's really good. So I'd suggest, if you're making a very expensive system and the odd £100 isn't really going to make a lot of difference,